Hi, my name's Lennie Goodings and I'm publisher of Virago Press, and I'm really pleased to tell you about our next book club suggestion, which is Living Dolls, Natasha Walter's new book, Living Dolls, The Return of Sexism. We've chosen this because this was one of the most provocative books we published last year, and we put it out thinking, right, this is an issue that must be addressed, what's going on with women and girls today. However, talking about sexism in the British press especially isn't always met with sort of open arms, but in fact it was amazing. I would say the only controversy, we got a couple bad reviews, it's true, with people who said they didn't understand it or whatever, but on the whole people were hugely grateful. They wanted to talk about this. It feels like it's a sort of an issue. Sexism and what's happening for girls and women today is just bubbling under the surface. A lot of women were really cross. A lot of people feel very confused. And I think what's great about Natasha's book is she sort of gives you the ammunition. She does the hard work. She goes through all the statistics. She answers questions like, I don't understand, how can we still have sexism in a world where actually women can do anything they want? How can we have a situation where, we used to have lots of women on boards, now there's less women on boards. How can we have a situation where girls seem to be empowered and yet we still have so much abuse against women? How can we have a situation where girls themselves think that pole dancing is an empowering thing to do? It's a very confusing sort of minefield. Sexual politics always has been. But I think in days gone past, it was clear, when there was the idea that women were at home and men were working, it was obvious where the issues lay, it was obvious where the enemy lay, and now it's not like that. And I think that's what Natasha does such a brilliant job at sort of taking us through. She opens with a very shocking situation of girls at a nightclub vying, basically, to be glamour models, and feeling that it's an empowering, and yet ending the evening feeling slightly cheapened and kind of not understanding why. So the whole first section of the book is about sort of a snapshot of what's going on in Britain today. The second half of the book is very powerful look at biological determinism, and especially looking at how the media refuses to take on board on anything that doesn't say girls are girls and boys are boys. The other interesting thing about this book, I think, is that Natasha, when she did a book for us a couple of years ago, quite a little while ago, called The New Feminism, and at that point she said the whole sort of 70s, that the personal is the political, was gone. You don't need to talk about that anymore. Let's stop talking about what women's individual lives are like. And she opens this book by saying, I once believed that we only had to put in place the conditions for equality for the remnants of old-fashioned sexism in our culture to wither away. I am ready to admit I was wrong. I am very, very pleased that we've chosen this as our first non-fiction choice for the Virago Book Club, and I think it's one we can really, one we really need to talk about, and one we can really get our teeth into. So I really hope you can join us, either sending us a review of the book or a contribution on the forum.